Well, it's been a while, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a million years. I have tried 50 times to kind of make a video about why I haven't filmed in so long and about what I want this channel to be. I actually just made a blog, like a website where I'm gonna post some stuff when I'm at college, because I know I really want to catalog kind of my experience when I'm at college. So I will link that down below, as well as I'm going to be making a post about kind of why I've been gone and what I want this channel to be like, because I have tried to film a video kind of explaining that for a super long time, but it just, every time I get around to editing it, I just end up deleting the footage. So, yeah. But let's just ignore that for now. You guys can read the blog post once it's up and just kind of get a feel for that. So I just kind of want to jump back into making videos. I feel like it's the best course of action for me. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep not making them if I keep worrying about it. So I posted a Twitter poll a little bit ago asking if you guys wanted me to basically vlog my Booktubeathon experience. I was going to film a TBR video because my boyfriend and I are both participating, so I thought that would be really fun, but there just hasn't been time. We haven't had time to sit down and film one. So I decided to just start vlogging. I can show you guys kind of what I'm reading now. And then when I see him this week, he can show you what he's been reading and what he's planning on reading, and we can just kind of do it that way, more of like a casual type thing. I'll kind of show you guys what books I decided to pick out. I decided to follow the Booktube challenges. And it actually hasn't started yet. It starts at midnight and it is 10:15 right now. So I still have like an hour 45 minutes till I can start reading. And I'm gonna be a little bit busy this week, so I'll try my best to read as much as I can, but I will show you guys like what I picked out for each of the Booktube reading challenges. I just want to quickly say, first off, I'm not wearing any makeup right now, and my eyes are really puffy because I'm really tired and I cried today, so like if I look rough, that's why, just kind of like a premise. I am literally about to crawl into that bed and read in bed and then go to sleep, so if I look a little rough, that's why. Okay, so the first challenge that they mentioned was pick a book with a person on the cover, and I actually have 5 books that I picked out for different challenges that also fit for this, so I'm just gonna kind of show them as I picked the books, not really as I picked them for the challenges, because some of them kind of count for a couple different things. For one of the challenges, it says to pick a hyped book, so I decided to pick 2, so I would have some options within the week, and the first one I picked is Animal Farm by George Orwell. I know that Ariel Bassett, who is kind of like the head of the Booktubeathon, this is her favorite book, and she hypes it up a ton, or I guess George Orwell is her favorite author, not necessarily this book, but I know that she hypes this one up a lot, and this one people have been talking a lot about in the recent election years, as well as mainly 1984, but also this one. So I really want to read this and kind of give my kind of 2 cents on it. I read like a third of it, but then I put it down because I had to do like a bunch of reading for school. So this one is a hyped book, and then also I need to reread An Ember in the Ashes because I got the second book and I have no recollection of what happened in this book. All I remember is that they wear masks or something, so I need to reread this. And I also decided that this one would be a good fit for picking a character that's different than you. I know that the main character is a different race than me, if I remember correctly. And yeah, so I think that would fit well with this. But for that challenge, the picking a book that's different than you, I also picked up The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison, because I have really wanted to read this, and we read part of it in my AP English class, and I really wanted to read the full thing. And the main character of this book is a different ethnicity and has a different kind of upbringing than I had. I had a very supportive family, and I know the main character in this is not, if I am correct, I believe she is raped by her father, I believe it is, and I believe she has, she gets pregnant from that. I could be wrong, but I think that's part of like this, so that's very different, obviously, than things I've experienced, so I thought that this would be a good book to kind of learn a little bit about someone who's a little bit different than me. For picking a book that I picked solely because of the cover, I kind of have 3 for this one. The first being The Memory of Light. My mom actually went to a book sale and sent me a picture of like 5 different books that were on a table and was like, do you want any of these? And this one I picked just because it looked really interesting. So I picked this one up because I want to read this eventually, and it's been sitting on my TBR for a while. And then I picked up this book because I went to Barnes & Noble with my friend Megan, and we saw this, and it has like kids watching a shooting star on the cover, and it looked really, really interesting, and I know she read it and has been waiting for me to read it, so I really wanted to read this one, and it looks really interesting to me, so I want to read that, as well as for my brother's birthday one year, or Christmas or something, I bought him this book called The Girl with the Ghost Eyes, and I mainly bought it for him because I wanted to read it, and it's sitting on my shelf right now because I am a great sister, obviously, so I'm really excited to read this one. It looks really interesting. I don't really know much about it. I feel like I heard about it on Booktube at one point or another, hearing that it was good, but I just think the cover looks really cool, and it reminds me of like Mulan, of like girl holding staff. I don't know. It looks good. And then 2 of the challenges for this are that you should read a book in a day and read a book only outside. So for this, I knew I wanted to pick kind of like shorter books. So one that I grabbed was Soapy or something along those lines. And I follow her on Twitter, Philippa Rice. Let's go with that. Anyways, I follow her on Twitter, and I really wanted to read her book. I've read some of her comics online. So when I was at the last bookshop in, or the last bookstore up in Los Angeles, I decided to pick it up finally, and it's super cute, and it's like pictures and like little anecdotes, so I thought that that would be a good thing to read only while sitting outside in the sun one day, or just in one day. If I know Animal Farm is really short too, so I could do that for that book as well as I also grabbed We Need to Talk About Kevin, because I've wanted to read this for a super long time, and it just keeps sitting on my shelf, and it has people on the cover, so that could work for that as well. And yeah, this one is kind of long. I think it's like 400 and some pages, so that one is going to be on the longer side, so if I pick that one, it will obviously determine some of the other books I read, because I'll want the other books I read to be shorter. So yeah, that is kind of like the general gist of the books I picked out. I grabbed a lot because I know sometimes I get really conflicted about which books I want to read, because I want to read a million books and I don't really like to be confined in what I'm reading. So I think that this list will be pretty good because there's kind of an assortment of books chillin' there. But yeah, this vlog is going to be really chill and laid back. It's just going to be kind of random updates whenever I read and how much I read, and I know that I'm going to be traveling a little bit this week to go visit friends and go visit Drew. And yeah, boyfriend will probably be a lot in this, so you'll see Drew around here because I know that I'll be doing a lot of reading with him this week, and I'll probably just be doing a lot of chill reading. Don't expect me to be wearing makeup or looking good or having any lighting set up. I'm literally sitting in my room. I just have my overhead light on and a candle burning, and I'm gonna go to bed. So I'll update you guys at midnight when I start reading. I may only read like a chapter before I pass out, but just thought I'd give you guys a little know into what this week is gonna be like. This is probably gonna be the longest like clip I film all week. But yeah, I'm really glad to be back. I hope you guys are excited to be back. I'm sorry about stopping filming for so long. I really missed it, but you know, you can read the blog post if you want to know more about that. So I'll see you guys when I start reading. Hey guys, so I just woke up and got ready and everything, and it is 9 o'clock right now, and last night I read about, let's see, 44 pages of The Girl with the Ghost Eyes. I'm not loving it, but I'm not hating it either, so I'm gonna keep reading. It just seems like one of those things where the author did a ton of research for it, which is great, but then included every like specific detail that they researched just to show that they know what they're talking about, if that makes sense. And I don't always really enjoy that because it just feels like they're spitting facts at me, and I'm like, okay, I know you know what you're doing. So that was a lot for me, but I'm just gonna keep reading it and hoping it gets better. It's really interesting so far, and I'm learning a lot about like Chinese culture and stuff, which is really cool. I'm gonna bring that with me today. I have a doctor's appointment. I'm also gonna bring Animal Farm just in case I want to read something that'll go a little quicker. So I'm gonna bring both of those along with me today, and I guess I'll update you when I go. I have to drive an hour to go to my doctor's appointment. So yeah, I don't really want to go do that, but I guess we're gonna. Let's do this. I'm back. I have read a total of 0 pages today, and it is 7:30. I had a doctor's appointment, I had to run errands, I had to do a ton of stuff. I went and visited my brother's house and my sister's house. I just finally ate, and it's time to make the hour trek back home and eat. So I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna read, and I'm literally going to spend the rest of my night reading probably because I haven't read today and I kind of feel bad about it, and I'm actually kind of missing my book even though last night I said I wasn't really interested in it, so hopefully that means that I'm actually interested in it and won't end up just giving up. So yeah, I will update you guys when I actually end up reading. I want to literally just curl up in bed and take off my makeup and put on a face mask like I did last night and just read. So I'll see you guys when I get home. Hey guys, I'm at my boyfriend's and we are about to go to Barnes & Noble, so I'll finally be able to read. What time is it?
3:30.
It's 3:30 and I haven't read it all today. Nice! I read till page 104 last night, so that was like pretty good, but I literally haven't read it all today, so we're gonna go to Barnes & Noble. I don't like it. Okay. We're at Barnes & Noble for how long? How long were we there?
I don't know, like 2 hours? I don't know, actually. That's a good question.
Like 2 hours?
No, we left at 3. We were probably there for like 3 hours.
So we were there for like 3 hours. And I read... How much did I read? I should probably know these things before these updates. I read like 20 pages of Arden Rose's book, Almost Adulting, and read like 40, 50 pages of that. So yeah, I have been reading, yay! We were gonna go home and watch Game of Thrones, which would have been great, but instead we're gonna read, because I'm dedicated to not failing. I gotta finish at least one book during this thing, and one of the challenges is to read a book in a day. So if I don't finish this Arden Rose book that's like super short, I'm gonna be disappointed in myself. So I'm gonna do that, and do we have tea at your house?
No. Do you want to stop? Or wait,
I want tea. No, I want like hot tea.
Okay, we can stop somewhere.
Okay, I can just drink boiling hot water that doesn't have tea in it.
Tea.
It's basically tea. And we're gonna cuddle up and read.
Put some dirt and leaves in it.
Yeah! Oh my god, we'll pick dirt on the side of the road and pick some wildflowers, and that's basically chamomile tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, great.
Hey guys.
Hey guys. Hey guys, I completed one of the challenges of Booktube-A-Thon by reading an entire book in one day in how many hours? 7 till now?
Yeah, like
a couple hours.
4.
Anyways, I finished it. It was so good. I would recommend this if you guys are looking for like a positive affirmation, or if you're my age, because it was a good book about being a young adult. So yeah, it was really good. It's great. I'll give it a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and book 1 for the readathon is completed. Yeah! It is 7:30 on a Thursday, and I am here to update you guys kind of on my reading progress. So I have been crazy busy, and I haven't really had much time to read. I had a funeral to go to yesterday, so I'm just finally starting to be able to sit down and read. I'm gonna make a pizza right now and try to finish off The Girl with the Ghost Eyes. I am on page 179. It has taken me a while to get through this one because it's told in a very, like, have you ever read a book where they translate it from a different language into English? That's what it feels like. So whatever, I need to finish that off. It's finally getting really good, so I want to keep reading it, and hopefully it has a good turnaround at the end that will make it worth reading. I read Almost Adulting by Arden Rose, finished that off, so that completes the challenge of reading a book in a day, which is nice that I'm able to check that one off my list. And this one I'm reading right now, hopefully I should finish. I bought this one because of the cover, and it has a person on the cover. So those are two things I can quickly check off the list if I finish this book. So it is Thursday, and I have only finished one book, and it's a short one. But, you know, at this point, I'm just kind of doing this in a way, not really as much to read a ton, but just to read more than I typically would have, especially since this week has been so busy for me. I'm just basically using this challenge as a motivator to, instead of sitting down and watching YouTube videos or watching Netflix or something, it is motivating me to read instead. So yeah, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna read. It's gonna be awesome, and I just kind of wanted to update you guys on where I'm at. But the rest of this week I should have a ton of time to read, so hopefully I should be able to get this book done and maybe another one as well. So yeah, I will update you guys when I either finish or something happens. I finished The Girl with Ghost Eyes and gave it like a 3.5 out of 5 stars, or like a 3 on Goodreads. I enjoyed it. I thought it was okay. I'm glad I read it. It was cool. It was like fantasy, and like it was like a historical fantasy, which is something I've never read before, so that was cool. So I enjoyed that. It was good. Wouldn't really recommend it highly. I would say if you're interested in it, it's a good read, but it was good. That's all I got. So it was pretty okay. It is officially 9:30, so I have some more time to read tonight. I think I am going to watch a couple YouTube videos to reward myself for finishing it, because it was kind of like a long haul until it got to like the big, crazy ending stuff. So, and then I'm probably going to either pick up The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison or Animal Farm, probably. But I actually have like an outdoor patio that is screened in from the outside bugs. So I might go sit out on that and read, and then that would count as outside, and I could count this next book as the book I read only outside. Don't really know if that counts, because technically I'm still like inside. It's just in a patio, but you know, it's dark out. You can't read at night outside besides that. So maybe I'll bend the rules a little bit for myself. We'll see. I'll update you. All right, I have absolutely no clue when the last time I updated this was, but it is Saturday morning, afternoon-ish. What time is it? Oh, it's definitely afternoon. It's 2 p.m. And I haven't read since I finished The Girl with the Ghost Eyes. Let me explain. I have been dealing with some medical stuff these past couple days. I went to the doctor's today and got a bunch of blood work done, and they're trying to figure out what's going on with me, so I have been not reading. Should have been reading, because I had a lot of time to just like kind of sit around, and I've been like healing. I've just been watching YouTube videos and stuff to like get my mind off of being ill. So hopefully today I will be able to get some reading done, since I just got put on some medication. So hopefully that should make me feel good enough to be able to concentrate on reading. I am going to sit outside and read, because I want to finish that challenge of reading a book only outside. I'm deciding if I want to do it with Animal Farm or if I want to do it with Jomny's son. I don't know if any of you guys follow him on Twitter, but his book, Everyone's an Alien When You're an Alien Too. Both of those I could read outside. I haven't quite decided. It's real nice outside. It's in like the low 80s, high 70s, so it's like perfect outdoor weather. So yeah, that's exciting. But yeah, so basically I have been a failure for reading, but I don't consider the whole readathon a fail, because I've read 2 books and I still have time to keep reading. So I'm going to just keep reading and keep doing that. Number in the Ashes is the next like book I want to cross off my list, but that doesn't complete really any challenges, so I want to read a book completely outside, and then I'll feel better about kind of that challenge. So yeah, I have a lot on my mind, and I also spent all last night cleaning my room, so it might not look like it, but I have all my college stuff in a pile and stuff now, so it's not just like everywhere. But yeah, all is good. I'm excited to get back to reading. I will update you guys when I'm outside. It's beautiful out, so I'll probably get some footage while I'm reading. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys for sticking with me, even though this has been kind of a crazy vlog, but yeah. One more thing I wanted to quickly show you was that I made this Booktube-A-Thon page in my bullet journal, and it has the goals on here, so I just want to quickly like update you on how I'm doing with those. So person on the cover, check that off with Girl with Ghost Eyes. Hyped book, I have not completed that one yet. I kind of did with Arden Rose's book, but I'm not going to really count that because to me, I bought that book because I really enjoyed her, not really because it was hyped up. Finished in one day. I did that with Arden Rose's books. Different character. I could complete that one with Girl with Ghost Eyes because she was an Asian American or Chinese American immigrant. So that is a character that's very different from me, and she has a very different upbringing than I do. Probably will end up counting that for that. We'll kind of see. I don't really want to count more than 2 challenges per book, but also it could work. Who knows? Finished completely outside. Have not completed that one yet. The cover buy, I did do that with this book, The Girl with Ghost Eyes as well, because I had absolutely no clue what it was about, and I bought it randomly at Barnes & Noble. So yeah, 7 books, probably will not complete, but it's on there. Just thought I would kind of update you on where I'm at, and I'm actually going to paint my nails when I'm outside, because I'm sick of this purple, and they're starting to chip. Not as much on that hand, but more on this hand, so I'm going to paint my nails in the sun, and I probably will paint them this color, because I think it's really pretty. It's by Essie. It is called Gelato. I just wanted to quickly update you on how I'm doing. I did read in the hammock for a super long time, and I got to page 90 of Animal Farm, which is super cool. I am almost done. I'm probably like 2/3 of the way through it. There is, let's check, 150-ish pages, so I'm just going to finish that up tonight. But since I am only reading this outside, I am going to not be reading it right now in bed because, yeah, I can't read it inside or else it doesn't count for that challenge. So I am actually going to read this out on my porch later so that I can kind of turn the lights on out there when it's darker and just kind of chill out and read. I'll kind of vlog that when I do it. But yeah, I'm going to just curl up in bed and watch some YouTube videos and play on my bullet journal a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hey guys, it's Sunday, and I am gonna lay out by the lake in my swimsuit, get my tan on, finish Animal Farm out in the sunshine. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna lay with my sister. She's right there. What are you reading? It's not a fiction book. It's kind of sad, but it's good. So she's gonna read this depressing book about education. I'm gonna read a depressing book about the government. So, you know, we're doing well. It's a happy summer day. Hey guys, I took a shower and got dressed. I'm wearing the shirt that says scroll, comment, like, repeat. So YouTuber of me. But anyway, so I showered, I finished Animal Farm. It was so good, and the ending just was so eerie and creepy. You know how, like, the best way I can describe it is, you know how if you're like listening to a rap song at the end, they like have that like last diss and like mic drop type thing. That's how like the end of this book felt. So it was so good. I give it a 5 out of 5 stars, but like on my scale it'd be like a 4.5 out of 5 stars. But I rounded up because I liked it a lot and I would recommend it a lot, and it was a quick read and it didn't feel like it dragged too much, and everything was so symbolic and cool. And as an English major, that was like so up my alley. Yeah, that one counted for reading a book only outside, as well as a hyped book, because Ariel Bissett has hyped George Orwell so much for me that I knew I had to read one of his books eventually. So that was amazing. And yeah, I don't know if I'm like, yet again, all of my books count for multiple challenges, so I'm just gonna keep like reading. The only one I'm not really gonna strive for is 7 books. I'd rather read like books I want to read rather than just like a bunch of really short books. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going with that. I think I'm gonna read An Ember in the Ashes next. But my cousin Kim actually just went and bought me some like paint supplies, which is really nice of her. And because I've been mentioning that I've been wanting to paint recently, but even though I've never painted before, so I'm gonna do a little bit of painting, see if it's my thing. And if it is, that's awesome. If it's not, then it's not the end of the world. But I'm gonna do a little bit of painting, see how that goes, and then I'm gonna start an Ember in the Ashes. So maybe I'll be able to finish that by the end of the readathon. Who knows, it's a longer book, so I'm just gonna try to read as much as I can. Hey guys, it is the day after the readathon. I'm looking rough. Pardon my skin right now. I don't know why I'm breaking out, but we're just gonna ignore it. So I thought I had one more day of the readathon. For some reason I thought it ended on the 31st, which is today. But it ended last night at midnight, so I decided to just not even start the next book. Wow, I'm a great reader. But I decided to just wrap up after I finished Animal Farm. I literally spent last night painting, as you can see by this like mess of a room that I have right now. I've never painted before. I don't know why I'm painting, but yeah, so that was weird, but I have successfully finished my readathon. Although I only read 3 books, I read more than I would have in the week because it was so busy. I read Animal Farm, and I read Arden's book, Almost Adulting, and then I read The Girl with Ghost Eyes. So I read those 3. They checked up all the challenges except for reading 7 books in a week, which I knew was not going to be a reasonable goal for me. So yeah, that's basically it for this week. Thank you guys for watching. Although this might have been a boring vlog or not your style, it will hopefully you know, kind of ease me back into the whole vlogging thing and back into this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys did the Booktubeathon, I hope you guys read a ton. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.